I want to welcome all of the parents who have made the arduous journey to get here. I want to welcome teachers, special needs assistants, but most importantly, I want to welcome the boys and girls with special needs or without, who have travelled to be with us here today. I feel quite privileged to stand before you today and to say on your behalf, particularly to those people behind those gates, that we stand with and for those who are the most vulnerable in our society, and we stand against a government whose immoral and inhuman acts would rob children with special needs of their futures. Today we welcome back the politicians. Especially those in Fine Gael and Labour, who before they took their short 8-week break, attacked children with special needs by capping the number of special needs assistants within the system, and also by reducing the amount of one-to-one essential resource teaching hours that children with special needs depend upon. These cutbacks, if they are not defeated by ourselves, will steal from children with special needs the vital resources required to ensure that they can fulfill their potential and achieve their human rights. I'm sure you'll agree when I say that it doesn't seem like such a long time ago since the current government were in opposition, when they told us of their sincere opposition to the Fine Gael and to the Green Party's cuts, whether it was to the Roscommon Hospital, the number of Gardaí, or attacks on the most vulnerable. Now they're in power and they sing a different tune, having led the charge to ditch the last government and their dirty deeds. They now implement the same dirty deeds and expect us to think of their opposition in the past as a mere figment of our imagination. Animal Farm will never be dead while Fine Gael and Labour are in power. Having just shown the door to the Mr. Joneses of political life, the new crowd ensconce themselves in the farmhouse of power in there, and they trot out the same old mantras that they opposed when they were in opposition. We can't afford it, they tell us. The coffers are bare. What about the IMF and the ECB? And the latest, the country is in liquidation. But is our country in liquidation? Or is it that just some of us are being put into liquidation? On the front page of last Friday's Irish Times, we were told that our state, our government, is quite happy to pick up the tab for the legal fees of the religious institutions, some of which were engaged in protecting paedophiles who committed the most heinous crimes against children. That bill was for in excess of €39 million, which they picked up. That is the equivalent of the wage for 1,600 SMAs for 1 year. Why is it that they can pick up the tab? They need to explain to us why it is that they can reach effortlessly into the coffers of the state and take out tens of millions of euro, and at the same time tell us that children with special needs, among the most vulnerable in our society, that they cannot spare a handful of millions to ensure their human rights are protected. It just doesn't make sense. We have a message for Rory Quinn, for the Labour Party, and for their Fine Gael pals. It is simple and it is twofold. Firstly, we do not accept your political line, which means in practice, an important person interrupting there, which means in practice, liquidation for some, including children with special needs and their human rights, while others are cosseted and protected at our expense. I challenge you, Rory Quinn, to come and debate your theories and your actions with us in the Alliance Against Cutbacks in Education. Bring your ideas to a forum and let the audience adjudicate on whether right is on your side or not. Listen to the parents of children with special needs and explain to them why tens of millions can be found for the rich and the powerful, but yet the handful of millions required to ensure children with special needs achieve their potential cannot be found. I'll finish with this. It is the second part of, I hope, our collective message to Rory Quinn and the rest of the group inside there. We will not go away. This is not a once-off trip to Dublin or a stroll down Maldron Street where we exercise our anger and then go away. We will haunt you until you see the light, you change your mind, or else you are run out of office like the last lot. Government TVs in there, they should remember the fate of 58 Fianna Fáil failures who were dumped out of office after the last election. And we say to them, the same ignominious fate awaits you unless you change your mind, unless you ensure that children with special needs are granted their basic human rights. And we will be an important part of that campaign which seals your fate in terms of electoral defeat, unless you find some sensitivity, you find some humanity, you find some morality, and you change the rotten decisions you have made today.